Petty airport security overdoes it. My BFF and I travel on a budget, and the nameless budget airline in question has a strict one personal item per person policy when you don't check a suitcase. We're on the return flight out, and before they even let us through to the X-ray machines we have a security in our face telling us we're violating policy. We each have one bag and only one of us has a personal item, a tote bag we had on our flight there. With the same airline. Man's clearly got a problem, and when I cite the actual policy he insists it's a baggage item. So I do what any normal person would do. Don the bathrobe and cat-themed neck pillow. Only items in the bag. Fold up the tote and stick it in one of our bags. Man still clearly needs his power trip, so he now sends us to another colleague to measure our bags. They fit the measurements perfectly, and as soon as we walk through his gate and hit real security I take off the neck pillow and bathrobe and stick them back in the bag. Was satisfying to see the guy bite his tongue from the other side. For the record, that individual is not a security. They're hired to enforce Ouija Airlines rules as a money grab for the airline. The $26 charge when buying the ticket becomes $50 at the airport. Had a similar thing happen to me when boarding an airplane at one point. I had a backpack and a nearly empty courier bag with me. When I went to board I was told it was 2 bags. And I was only allowed 1. I undid the flap on my backpack and half-assedly stuck the courier bag in the flap. It was now 1 bag. They were content. And I was free to board. As soon as I made it past, I took the courier bag back out. Yeah, that's not security. That's an airline employee being a dummy. Next year they'll probably have an additional fee for thwarting their baggage policy. Not malicious in my case, but AF has a weird policy where you can only bring a piece of luggage and personal item. Then when they wait, they check both items together. My computer is always too heavy, so I have to pay for my almost empty luggage. Last time I arrived at the scale where the guy weights stuff. Took my luggage, which only had clothes for 2 days as usual. Looked him in the eye with the smile of someone having a great day. Took my luggage with my pinky finger and said, "This luggage is so light. I can give it to you with my pinky finger." He looked at me, smiled, and said, "And I take it also with my pinky finger and give it back to you." He didn't even put it on the scale, and he didn't ask for the computer bag, which is one of those small minimalist bags. He would have had to admit that their policy was tricking travelers otherwise. The people behind me would have known that something was up. I sat there for a while, looking at the guy before entering the area, and every single traveler had to go to the check-in counter. I made sure I had a public when I did my grand gesture. I only entered when a line was starting to form. I've never understood what the person on the ground gets out of this. Just ignore it as much as reasonable. It makes your life more pleasant. I put on my robe and wizard neck pillow. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. EmperorButtman is like doomscrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.